Hello everybody. So we have Bitcoin sitting at 8,800 right now. Anybody holding Bitcoin over the last 2 weeks should be very, very pleased with their returns. Just 10 days ago, this is the daily time frame, by the way, so just remember, when you're in the daily time frame, each one of these candles represents one full day. So if we go back 10 or 12 trading days, we were sitting at 6,800. From that point onto where we are now, that is a 28% gain. Now, I did not take advantage of that whole 28% gain because I've been riding a little bit of the trend and selling some and rebuying. So, yeah, I haven't quite calculated how much percent I've gained during this whole 10 days move. But anyways, we are sitting at 8,800, and we basically had this daily equilibrium pattern, which is much clearer on the 12-hour time frame. So why don't I go to the 12-hour time frame, each one of these candles representing a whole 12 hours. So just to make it clear for you guys, the high of the last little run that we had when I made the last video was at 84.69. We had a low of consolidation at 7,600. We had a lower high set below 84, and then a higher low, and we were basically in a 12-hour equilibrium where we had this range tightening up. Now, I always say, when ranges tighten up into these equilibrium patterns, is usually a pretty decent move in either direction. So if Bitcoin would have broken below this area, it probably would have been still falling, and just opposite how it did actually do. It broke resistance, and now we see the follow through from the bulls. So everything is just peachy for Bitcoin right now. I will say that we are getting overbought on the daily time frame, so that is something to definitely take into account. When you're up a big percentage like this, you might want to think about taking some profits off and maybe reinvesting after a little dip. But we don't have much resistance until 10K, so this could very well keep running. So you have to really pay attention to smaller time frames and see how long this is going to keep going. A 4-hour trend change to the downside could be a smart time to maybe take some profits. But for now, I'm keeping everything going. I'm keeping all my positions in. If I go to the weekly time frame, I'll show you guys that there's basically no resistance until we get to 10,540. So we have this whole area. This is the weekly time frame, so every candle's 1 week. We have this whole area for the bulls to run until we might get some resistance and try to get a little bit of a dip opportunity to buy again, and then hopefully keep moving onward. So everything's looking just fine for Bitcoin. Let me remind you, on the monthly time frame, this is exactly what we were looking for. We were looking for this bottom, which was going to be the low above 3,000. So we have 20,000, 3,000, 13,000, 6,000. This range is getting smaller and smaller, the same way that that 12-hour range was getting smaller and smaller. It's the exact same thing, except this is a monthly equilibrium and the other one was a 12-hour equilibrium. So what I expect is on the monthly time frame, we're going to be moving up and setting a lower high below 13,868, and hopefully pull back and keep this going. So that's the idea behind equilibriums and how we're looking at Bitcoin right now. So I do, in fact, think that over the next over the next probably 3 months, 4 months, we'll start forming these candles and probably set that that lower high. It could be 1 month, it could be this month, it could be this candle, but we will be seeing a lot of bullish action in the near term. So if you haven't bought into Bitcoin yet, I would strongly consider looking into it, doing some more research, maybe wait for price to go down a little bit and buy some, or maybe put in 25% of your cash now, 25%, and you average into it. So yes, that's my analysis on Bitcoin for today, and we'll see how price at, well, we're above 8,800 right now, so we'll see where this keeps going throughout the rest of the day, hopefully higher. We'll see you guys later.